Okay, good morning, everyone. Trust we are doing good, and welcome to another webinar series that we'll be having today. If you can hear me clearly, please do drop something in the chat box. If you can hear my voice and the sound is not cracking, like the issue we used to have, please do drop something in the chat box. Yes, if you can hear me clearly. I'm the host Akinwale Chibike, and today, we've got another fun-filled and exciting webinar for you guys, and we will be talking about buying and selling at the right time in the financial markets. And today, the financial market seems to be bubbling a lot of things going on in the financial markets today, and we'll be considering them and hopping onto the charts soon. But when we do talk about the concepts that we'll be talking about today, which is buying and selling at the right time. Yeah. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great. Good morning. So can anyone remind me of what we discussed in our last session? That was 2 days ago. Can anyone remind me of the last thing we discussed in our last session 2 days ago? Good morning, Roy. How are you doing? I'm glad I called you and you were able to join me. I called a few of you also, and your number wasn't reachable. I was trying to reach out to everybody and all. So yes, it's great having Troops, Kelechi, Zainab. I called you a lot yesterday and today. So yeah, it's amazing having you on here with me. It's quite great, quite great. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Okay, so today we'll be doing a lot of chart work. Actually, we'll be hopping into the charts a lot today, and yes, just hopping into the charts a lot today and trying to see if we can capitalize on the financial markets, moves that are happening in the financial markets, and all today. So, I'm Akinwale Chibike, like I said, your host, and it's going to be fun-filled, mind-blowing as always. And today we're going to catch a lot of pips. I remember the last time we did a class like this, we were able to call the moves on ERGBP a lot. Actually, we were able to call the moves on ERGBP, ERNZD, and the likes. We did it during London session, yes, and it's still London session today, and we'll be doing the same also. Okay, yes, we'll be looking at a lot of pairs actually. I'll be the one choosing the pairs today, okay? I'll be the one choosing the best today. I would give you guys an insight into it as time goes on the webinar today. But let's just hop into what we have today. So a minute, let me pop up my screen. Let me share my screen to you all so you can see what I'm viewing at the moment. Okay, trying to share my screen with everybody. Okay, trying to share my screen with everybody. In a few minutes, I'll share my screen with you guys and you can see what I'm seeing. It's actually, I love the energy on the webinar today. It's quite amazing. The energy on the webinar is very amazing this morning. Okay, so I would share my screen in a few minutes right now once I get my, okay, great. Yes, it's loaded. And yep, that's it. Let me share my screen and we'll hop into it immediately. Okay, immediately we'll hop into it immediately. Um, okay, the markets tend to be doing quite well this morning. Like I'm seeing the price action and seeing how price is moving today, and I'm like, wow, I wish all these were like this. Yeah, I wish all days were like this actually. Price just falling into place and doing its thing the way it's supposed to be. No manipulations at all, just price being priced. And it's quite amazing. So I'm sharing my screen. It's loading. It's taking quite a while to load. It's taking quite a while to load. And we're just expecting price to deliver on GBP USD in a few minutes. Great. So can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know. Can you see my screen? If you can see my screen, please let me know. Okay. Buying and selling at the right time. Okay, buying and selling at the right time. If you can see my screen, let me know. Great. So I did a little changes to my slides. I won't be using slides anymore. I'll be using PDFs actually. So everybody can access the PDF after the webinar. I think that's much more great. And that's something we'll continue to implement as time goes on our webinars. Okay, it's something I believe would continue to implement as time goes on our webinars. And I just checked the time actually. So first off, Buying and selling at the right time. Buying and selling at the right time. What do y'all think buying and selling in the financial markets is all about? Let's start from there. What do y'all think buying and selling in the financial markets is all about? What do y'all think buying and selling in the financial markets is all about? Like relating it to the right time. What do you think it's all about? Buying and selling, buying and selling, going short and long. Okay, okay, okay. And if you are new on this webinar, I'm very sorry if I haven't introduced the products that we have, okay, or the process of the webinars. Okay, we have the chat, questions, polls, and people section at my end. So I think you will have the chat, question, and polls, people section at your end also. If you've got a question to ask, all you need to do is just drop it in the question section. If I put out a poll, respond to it at the poll section. And if you want to know anybody that is on the webinar, you get to see them on the people section. Okay. Yes. So I'll drop polls like regularly before the webinar ends, and you can ask questions as much as you want before the webinar ends. And also our products, like I said, we offer you the financial markets in various angles. Okay, I like to use the word angles. Why? Because the financial market is not one-sided, so we bring it to you at different corners. And the first one is trading the financial markets in dollars, which you use our MT4 platform. Trading the financial markets in Naira, which you use our cloud trade platform. And lastly is the copy trading platform, where we give you access to consistently profitable traders, where you can copy their trades and make a ton of money for yourself trading the financial markets. Just copying their trades, letting them do the trick on your trading account. And that is the products that we offer at TGM. So like I said, what do we all think buying and selling at the right time in the financial market is all about? And okay, I think I got a few response. Going short and long, entering and exiting a trade at the right time. I really love that. I really love that. You're buying or selling price action to achieve a certain target in the market of an FX pair. Brilliant. I really, really love that. Um, is the market going to buy or sell? Okay, when the market is going to buy or sell. Yes, yes, there is a new UI coming to cloud trades on, okay. And I do yeah, you actually, yes, that's very, very correct. Okay. Also knowing price points to go long or short in the market. I really love that. Okay. I'm glad everybody can actually give me their insight or their perspective into buying and selling at the right time when you trade the financial markets. But there's one thing I would love for everybody to do is remind me what was the last topic on our previous webinar. Okay. Who can remind us the last topic on our previous webinar? The last topic on our previous webinar. Anyone? Brilliant. Knowing your financial instruments. Knowing your financial instruments, exactly. Now, why did I teach knowing your financial instruments last week? It was simple. The reason was because of I would be holding a class like this, and I wanted us to actually feel comfortable when I start talking about financial instruments relating to trading, so we can know these things that we are actually making mention of. Okay. Before we jump into today's section, okay, before we jump into today's session, um, if you have any question related to what I want to discuss, don't ask now. If you have any question related to what I won't be discussing, please ask now. Okay, please ask now. Wow. Okay. Have you got any question at all? Any question at all before we begin, or we should just go right into it? more explanation of Fibonacci. Okay. Okay. Any question? Any question? I'm waiting. Let's do that in 5 minutes. Okay, or 2 minutes. We've got 2 minutes for that. 2 minutes for that. Okay, 2 minutes for that. Before we hop into today's class, so I'll be calling. If you're interested in me bringing you on the call, okay. I have two people I'll always bring to the call, which is Kilichi and Tricks. Every single time I'll bring them to the call if they are available. Then, if you want to be on the call with me after the webinar, just let me know now so I can write your name down. And when I ask questions or you want to share your experience or anything, please let me know, okay? Okay, so, okay, there's a question. Yes, financial instruments can be ranked or put in any alignment or form. It can be ranked in terms of volatility, how volatile they are. It can be ranked from how unvolatile they are. It can be ranked in form of spread. It can be ranked in form of peak movement. It can be ranked in different form. But the general form is ranked is the asset class, okay, the financial instrument asset class, and that's it. That's it. That's it. Are we clear on that? Sawyer. Great. Now let's dive right into what we have today. Okay, into what we have today. Now, buying and selling at the right time. I got everybody to talk on what they think buying and selling at the right time is, what it's about, and how to go about it. I really love that. But in this session, you learn the fundamentals, okay, the fundamentals of buying and selling at the right time, which is the concept of technical analysis, using them to know when to buy or sell, how they work hand in hand, how all these concepts work hand in hand, and the concept of fundamental analysis. Okay, so first is, I didn't arrange this in a certain order. Okay, I didn't arrange this in any order at all, but I'll be arranging them in a certain order so everybody can understand. Now, in the financial markets, we do two things generally. Okay, we buy and we sell. Now, the most important question is, when can you buy and when can you sell? I see people saying price is going to go to this certain level. Price is going to, yes, I believe in that. I very much believe in that. But it's not about being able to say price will get to a certain level. It's about understanding how price gets to that certain level to see if there's going to be a further reaction in price or there won't be any further reaction in price. See, generally, you buy when your analysis tells you the market will go up. Brilliant. Okay. You buy when your analysis tells you the market will go up. And you sell when your analysis says what the market will go down. That's the general logic, or that's the general idea to it. But if I say you buy when the market is going up, you sell when the market is going down, you won't quite believe me. Okay, you won't quite believe me. The reason is because of, it sounds stupid. Who buys when the market is going up? Who sells when the market is going down? That's the logic. But in the financial market, when it comes to trading, that's actually the logic. That's the right thing to do. That's the right thing to do, because that is how price is delivered. Okay, once you understand, if you're on the Telegram group, you'll be able to relate to what I'm saying right now. Somebody asked the question this morning, what is order flow? Which is, what is trend? Trend is just the fact that price is going up or price is going down. You want to be friends with the trend, okay? The trend is your friend, and that's the logic. The trend is your friend. The trend is your friend. That's the logic. The trend is your friend, and that's the logic. That's why you buy when you see prices going up, you sell when you see prices going down, not the other way around. Do we all understand that? Do we all understand that? If we do, please drop a yes in the chat box, and if we don't, please drop a no in the chat box. Okay, let me explain using a life example. Okay, exactly. You buy at discount, you sell at premium. Now, let me explain the logic to you. If a plane is going up, do you want to jump down? Let's take it from that angle. A plane is going up, do you want to jump down? Yes or no? If a plane is going up and you are inside the plane, do you want to jump down? I want response. Okay, I want response. Yes or no? I want more response. Okay, not just one person. I want more. Okay, good. You want to continue going up with the plane, right? Like you want to continue going with like you are in the plane. You want the plane to continue going up so you can reach your destination. That's the logic. Now, when the plane is about to land, it's coming down. Do you want to jump and go up? When the plane is coming down to land, do you want to jump and go up? That's the logic. Everybody does got the answer to the question they ask, which is you only buy in the financial markets. You buy when your analysis tells you it will go up. Okay, it can be going up already. Then you see an analysis, and the analysis tells you price will continue going up. What will you do? You buy. You buy. You see an analysis that tells you price will continue going down. You sell. That's the right logic to it, and I'm glad you understand, Ivory. I'm glad you understand. I'm glad you understand. Okay, so now that we understand that, let's hop on to the next thing, which is technical analysis. Now, what really is technical analysis? Now, there's a lot of approach towards technical analysis. Technical analysis is approached a lot of ways, a lot of times, and it's best to understand what technical analysis is. And technical analysis is the framework, okay, the framework in which traders, you and I, people like you and I, study price movement to capitalize on it. Capitalize on it means to make profit from it. We study how price is moving, then we make moves to make profit from it. That's just it. That's what it's really about. Do we understand? Now, when we say capitalize on it or study price, what we mean is the theory that we can just look at previous price action, okay? Previous actions of price on the chart, understand the movement, and determine where price is likely to trade to in the nearest future. Do we all understand? Being able to determine that, okay, this is where price is going to from what price has done previously. Do we all understand? Being able to look back at price and determine where price will be heading to. Do we all understand? Yes or no? Please let me know if you do understand. Yes or no? Okay, great. I'm glad we all understand. Now, when you want to study price, you don't just look at price, okay? You don't just look at price. You use certain technical analysis tool, okay? You use certain technical analysis tool. You use certain technical analysis tool to analyze the financial markets. And those technical analysis tools are price action, chart patterns, and support and resistance. Okay? Price action, chart patterns, and support and resistance. Those are the basic tools you use. Now, all these things can be used in different forms, okay? They can all be used in different forms. All be used in different forms. Just understand a certain form that fits you and suits you, okay? You need to understand a certain form that fits you and suits you. Then you start applying it on the charts. Then you gain mastery on it. Do we all understand? Do you all understand? Yes or no? Great. Now I'm glad we all understand. Now, what we'll actually capitalize on is how to use all these technical analysis tools. Now, what I will explain to you is how to use all these technical analysis tools. That's where we are driving at. But still, we are not going there yet. We want to still understand fundamental analysis. Okay. Now, fundamental analysis is a way of looking at the forex market by analyzing economic, social, and political forces that may affect the price of a financial instrument. Now, I know most of us at home, we used to watch Bloomberg, CNBC, to understand what is going on with the economy of the country. Do you know that when you watch those channels, you are actually doing something called fundamental analysis, but you never know. You're actually trying to analyze how the dollar will be strong by listening to that news, by listening to the bias they are giving, by understanding if Biden is going to sign a bill or not, by understanding if John Boris is going to remove the lockdown in the UK. You are trying to understand what that effect will take on the economy of a certain country. That is what fundamental analysis is all about. Now, the idea behind this type of analysis is that if a country's current or future economic outlook looks good, the country or the country currency will be strong. If Biden removes the lockdown from Britain, what will happen to the British pounds? Will the economy still be poor or good? You now come and understand that, okay, when there was lockdown, people were not selling. Now, what the logic is to actually understand if they remove lockdown. Previously, there was no what's it called? There was no how would I put it actually? There was no economic influence. Like nobody is buying things, nobody selling things that way. But when physical stores open, what do you think will happen? People will come out. They start spending money. What does spending money mean? It means the economy will be good. But if there was no lockdown before, and Boris says there will be lockdown, what will happen to the economy? People will stop spending money. When people stop spending money, there won't be any. Chuk said he's currently waiting for Buhari's technical analysis on the naira. Well, I told you we talked about this previously. The naira is not really something I would like to invest in right now. Okay, the naira is not something I would like to capitalize on right now. Okay, so what I actually want to drive at is the fact that just so what will actually happen is that when you understand what the lockdown brings to an economy or what is likely to bring to an economy, then you'll be able to capitalize on those things or on those potential. And that's just the logic. Do we all understand? Do we all understand? Yes or no? Do we all understand? Yes or no? Now, great. Now that we understand this theoretical aspect of this thing, now that we understand the theoretical aspects of this thing, we need to see them happen in real time. Okay? And tomorrow is NFP. I would have loved to hold a class tomorrow. Okay? Which is NFP. We'll see how this NFP occurs. We'll see how these things occurs in real time tomorrow by trading NFP. So what I'll do is I'll ask my management at work to see if I can hold a class for everybody tomorrow based on NFP. Okay? You just see how NFP reacts in price. I'll have to ask permission. I can't just hold classes myself. Okay. I will and let you guys know after the call. Okay. You just take me a few minutes to inquire that. But I hope we all get the point and the logic behind it. Now, one truth I will tell you is you can know technical analysis and still not be a profitable trader. You can know fundamental analysis and still not be a profitable trader. You have to know both of them. Okay, you have to know both of them, and this is one issue traders have. They understand technical analysis very well, but they don't grasp the concept behind fundamental analysis. Some traders know how to analyze a country's financial state using technical analysis. Sorry, fundamental analysis, but they never have an idea or they don't understand the concepts behind technical analysis, and that way they are not precise. Precision doesn't come to them, mastery doesn't come to them. Okay, and that's just the logic. You need to be able to understand technical analysis. You need to be able to understand what's it called, fundamental analysis. There is a PDF I have. I would share it to the Telegram group. Actually, it's not my PDF. Okay, it's a copyrighted PDF from AstroFX, which will give you an insight into basic technical analysis and fundamental analysis. I will share it on the group right after this call, okay? Right after this call. So everybody can understand how to go about this. How to go about it. Everybody will understand how to use technical analysis and also understand fundamental analysis, okay? And that PDF will help you skill up. So this brings us to the end of the class, but that's not the end at all. Don't leave the webinar. That's not the end at all. We are going to the chart right now to analyze and see price play out. And I would, before we do that, if you have any question at all, please raise your hand in the chat box, or you have an addition to anything I said, please raise your hand in the chat box so I can bring you on board. But let me first invite Chooks and Kelechi on board first, so they can, if they have anything for you guys, they can discuss with you guys and give you an insight into these things. Okay. So yeah, I'm waiting to have Chooks and Kelechi on board. And if you like me to invite you on board also, please do state it. I would gladly do that. Okay. I would gladly do that to bring you on board. Yeah, good morning, Chooks.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Great. Okay, let's
All right,
from Kelechi first. Okay, so I mute Chooks and let's go with Kelechi. Kelechi, are you good? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Have you got any question or addition at all to the things we've discussed?
Yes,
Okay, please do go ahead.
you were to ask for a superpower when it comes to trading the forex market, I think it's good to be the best superpower. Like knowing where to buy, sell, and exit the market.
Yeah.
Like, but that's basic. That's all the basic things we are trying to learn. Just
Do you mind coming closer to your mic? Do you mind coming closer to your mic?
can you hear me now? Is it better?
Yeah, I can hear you. Great, great.
Yeah, I say all the knowledge you are trying to gain is just to get an edge on knowing when to buy and when to sell and when to exit the market.
Exactly. That's the
That's
major
that's
thing.
that's it. That's all. Because there's
You
nothing
see,
more to it.
all those cherry picking of strategies and won't help at all. I've said these things multiple times. You find something you like and you see it suits you, please stick with it. Okay, it's not by force or it's not compulsory you trade institutional method. It's not compulsory you trade smart money concept. It's not compulsory you trade retail metrics, pure price action. Sometimes all you just need is a few indicators on your chart. Sometimes all you just need is a few trend lines and a few support on your chart. And sometimes you need to start marking out all the blocks liquidity on your chart. But find what suits you, apply it, and start using it. That's the logic to it.
Yeah. And
That's
it,
the
do, it,
major
does, it,
logic
does,
to it.
it doesn't have to be complex. Just find
Exactly, it
something
doesn't have to be
simple.
complex. Exactly.
Find
Something
something simple.
simple.
Yeah.
Something simple. I like the simple part. I like the simple part.
Because I think it will help you because when it's complex, there's a lot of confusion in the market.
Very, very true. Very, very true.
And
I stand you on that. I stand you on that. Like that's very, very true. When it is complex, you get confused. When it is too simple, also there's something that comes with it.
yeah, exactly. So you just have to find the balance.
Yeah,
Because
yeah. You
when
have
when
to
it yeah,
keep the
when it comes
balance.
to even like technical and fundamental analysis, like finding the balance is always very good. Like that's why before even entering the market, you need to go and check the news whether there's going to be any
Exactly, exactly.
events
Very,
that will
very
cause
true.
a volatility in the market. I think that's basically my advice and a few things I've gotten from the
Okay,
market.
great. Great. Thank you for sharing. Like the fact you're always available to share with the team and all. It's great. It's great. So thank you for that. And I'll be taking you off the call. And Shooks, yeah. How you doing? I think I can ask you to unmute, right?
I'm
Okay.
off mute now.
Okay, great, great. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay,
Nice
great.
sunshine here in London.
Okay. It's still 10 at your end, right? 10:36, I guess.
No, we're the same time as you now.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
11:36.
Oh, I think the daylight
It
savings
cha-
was
cha- we, cha-
on.
we
Okay.
change we change in October.
Oh,
Yeah, we change we
I,
change
I
we
never
change we
knew.
go
I
back on
never
this
knew.
one.
Okay. So have you got anything to share? Or questions?
Yeah, just kind of touching on what Chi was talking about, like keeping it simple. As for traders, because in the forum you see a lot of posts via yourself, people talking, what do you call it, space, posting setups,
Yeah.
but also as well for people to understand their indicators, because
Yeah.
when a lot of people talk about RSI, so
Yeah.
everyone's just waiting for RSI to go above 80 for a sell position and
Yeah.
waiting for the crossover. But
Exactly.
like you were talking about this morning, fundamental analysis.
Yeah.
That they come back down to the 80, but then shoot back up because you haven't taken into effect the fundamental analysis. Because
True.
now it's like a lot of some people, or because forex is becoming a little more mainstream. Everyone's now designing indicator upon indicator to
Yeah.
kind of take away
Indicators and
price action.
courses. And courses.
You know,
Everybody
yeah.
wants to
So
sell something, but they're selling the wrong thing. That's why I always like
yeah,
I'm against courses actually. I'm against courses. That's why I never have one personally, and I don't think of creating one at all. Like these things are free and running wild everywhere. All you need to do is to dedicate time to learning these things. That's just the major thing to do. Dedicate time and learn these things because that's how you go by it. That's the right logic to it.
Yeah. So what do you call it? So if they understand their indicator that they're using, as opposed to just putting the indicator on, putting the indicator on the screen, it would help better. But also as well, they need to take into a few other things. Like you said, the fundamental analysis. And another thing as well that you see a lot of people do is post the money that they make.
Yeah, that actually ruins mindsets a lot.
Yeah, people shouldn't get. There's another chat group that I was on, and if I could share the picture of what this guy posted on Monday, he got bashed. He posted, I think a trade. I think it's on Euro. I can't remember the trade that he was on anyway. But he posted 4 trades, all within 0.1 pip of each other, with a swap fee of $36. He called it scalping, but he had a price of 1,500. Trying to show that he knows the market. And there were so many holes in what he posted that I was laughing. And this was at 10 at night. So people shouldn't get demoralized with people's posting, that they made 10,000, 5,000, because to be honest, you don't know what that person went through. You don't even know if the account is real, because they start hiding certain things.
Exactly. They start hiding the right things and show the wrong things. True. The money only comes once you know what you're doing. And to be honest, it's a picture. You don't know if that person knows what he's doing or she's doing. So people should just focus on, literally focus on the price action, because all it is a number. Like you sometimes say, like one person will make 1 million in a trade, and people will be sitting there listening to you like, 1 million, that's big money. But all it is a couple extra zeros, but the strategy, the logic is the same. So as long as you have that money, you'll go from 1 million to 10 million in a trade. It's all about the capital. The capital.
Yeah.
Very, very key. You don't expect no problem at all. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very, very much. Okay. Okay. Ajus says he has something to share with the house. So Ajus, I'd be sending you an invite right now. I sent you an invite already, and Ivory, I'm very, very sorry about the noise in the background. Very, very sorry about that. So Ajus, I'm expecting you on with me in a few minutes, so we can talk. Okay, great. He has joined me already. Okay, great. Ajus, how you doing?
Good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. We can all hear you. How you doing?
Okay, I'm fine. Good morning, everybody. Just want to thank everybody in this webinar, and also thank our hosts. So one advice I have for everybody is there is no shortcut to reach it. You must walk it.
Exactly. That's the thing.
Do not rush to enter market. You can open your trade now. I see as market is moving, you enter, you may lose the money. So wait for a support and a resistance and some other things you need to indicate. If you realize on this, maybe all these technical indicators, you may end up burning your account for nothing. That is why so many people rush in and they rush out. So when you are telling people about the forex, some people say, you can lose all your money, you can't gain it. So they are 419ers. But from so far, I have seen that there is a mistake there, which they rush to the market and also rush out. So I urge everybody, if you want to enter market, be careful and go with the low long sizes. Don't go with big. You have 10,000. I want to use 100 naira. I want to use 150. Again, you get 1 million in a day. No. when we did last two webinar, when I had a story of a person that just grew a 200 account to 1 million, I was I was somehow disturbed, and I called myself. I started saying, okay, if I make 3,000 a day, it's okay by me. If I make more than that, no problem. But my target should be 3,000. So by the week, when I calculate it by the week and count it by 4 weeks, you see that it's a big money. It's a gradual process, and so from by doing that, you get to know the market more. You sit down and watch the chart, understand the candlestick, understand the movement. So that is what I have to say. Everyone should not rush to the market. Be patient with your market. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for sharing that. I like the point where you talked about nobody should rush the market. The fact that we get to hear all these testimonies online, it's good, but it's actually to whoop you into shape, the right mindset towards trading. And I like the aspect of compounding, like 3K every single day. It adds up, okay? It adds up. You don't just want to jump. You don't want to jump from 100,000 to 5 million. You want to take it step by step. You want to make your first 50K, your first 100K, your first 200K from the markets, and so on and so forth. That's how you scale up. That's how you skill up in this space. It's all about skill up, and that's the big flex. Okay, that's the biggest flex when you skill up and you know what you're doing exactly. Like, I'm very, very glad we were able to talk about it. So we're not done with the call yet, so I don't want anybody leaving. I'll be sharing my MT4 because that's what we'll be using today. Like, I've been able to customize my MT4 to something I very much like. Okay, and it feels more like TradingView that I always use. So I think this should do the trick. Okay, so we'll be analyzing the financial instruments down below: the dollar, sorry, ER USD, GBP USD, BTC USD, ER GBP, XAU USD, that's gold, and Dow Jones. Okay, and Dow Jones. Now, you'll be wondering, why did I have all these pairs that have USD? Like, I've been able to streamline my personal watch list to trade just USD pairs. So I only want to trade during New York, London, New York flip, where I get my entries, then trade into New York Q zone or one of those areas. Okay, so now why will I be looking at dollar first? Okay, we all understand if dollar is bullish, ERUSD is the dollar is bearish, and if the dollar is bullish, gold is bearish. Okay, that's the logic there. And I want to understand the framework behind the dollar today. That's why I'll be doing dollar today first off. Okay, just dollar today. Then I want to understand the framework behind dollar, sorry, behind gold, and that's the thing. So, like I told you guys previously, you want to understand higher time frame premise. Okay, and Tricks, please send me the screenshot also. Thanks. You want to understand higher time frame premise. Okay, higher time frame premise. What is price saying on a higher time frame? That's what you want to understand first. Okay, then you want to understand what price is likely to do next. Okay, what price is likely to do next. You want to understand that also. Now, on higher time frame, what do we have on gold? Now, this was the previous all-time high. Okay, we can all agree that that's the previous all-time high. And previous all-time high into price, that's the highest point gold ever got to. The highest point gold ever got to was okay, let me get the value. Trying to get the value actually was in 2011 on the ninth month on the 1st. Okay, 2011. Trying to get the right value of that candlestick. I can't really get the right price, but I think the price is okay. Let's just put this in it. I think the price is okay. The price is 1914.42. Okay, 1914.42. That's the price. That's the highest point. And see what happened. What happened previously? I mean, in a few months back, we broke it. We traded higher over it. So, like, what I want to see is price trying to trade back up to this area. Okay, that's one thing I want to see on gold actually. I have my reasons, okay? But I believe there's liquidity sitting at that high right there, okay? There's sweet money sitting at that high. I think we should trade back higher to take that high. But we can't just go higher like that, okay? We can't just go higher like that. We had impulse, we had correction, okay? No, or if we consider it this way, we have impulse to the downside, bullish candle correction, impulse to the downside, correction. But very sorry about that. We can see that there is like inefficient piece of price action right here. So I would like to be looking at this candle right here, that bearish candle right there. Okay, so let me just edit the candle and draw object, make the color red or aqua. I think I like aqua more. So I'll be watching that box. Like I feel price has to like come down below here before we now buy further on gold. Like I feel the buy is like getting exhausted, and I feel dollar too has oversold. You remember I said my bias on dollar was bullish. I'm still bullish on dollar till now, okay, but I'm still bearish on gold actually. And now we go to weekly time frame. I think there's a message in the chat box. We can't see my cursor. My cursor is actually white and it's on the screen. Okay, my cursor is white and it's on the screen. Like this is it. Can everybody see my cursor? My cursor is white and it's on the screen. If you can see my cursor, please let me know. Okay, please let me know. I really appreciate if you let me know. Can you see my cursor? A yes or no in the chat box, please. So, like I said, great. Now, like I said, we want to understand gold properly to know where dollar will be going to. So the fact that we know that gold is bearish, okay, I can still come and streamline that area of interest. Yeah, the pair is gold, okay, the pair is gold. And like I said, that my area of interest is the blue aqua box, okay. Now I've streamlined my area of interest here, but I want to streamline my area of interest more. I want to be precise. You know, I always like being precise with my entries and my analysis. So that's it right there. This is the area I want to look at. This is where I feel gold will fall to. So I can delete the previous all-time high I drew, okay. I can delete that and delete all these lines. I want the chart to be very, very clean, okay. Now this is the initial target right here. Okay, this is the initial where we expect gold to go to, but we expect gold to come down first. Okay, that's just the logic. That's the logic there. Okay, bearish is when price is falling. Okay, when price is falling, it means price is bearish. When price is going up, it means it's bullish. In the PDF I'll be sharing with you guys, you would find it in the PDF, so you've got nothing to worry about. Okay, now knowing that we are expecting gold to sell, we are looking for a trade framework for a sell. Okay, we are looking for a sell model type of framework on the chart. Now we can go to the daily time frame, but the norms is if you want to trade gold, fine, you can trade gold, but the logic is to just get a framework of gold sell, okay, of understanding that gold will sell. That's what we want to get. And right here we have liquidity below, the sponsorship right here. The sponsorship right below, yeah. The sponsorship right below here. So I feel price has to trade, and this is inefficient piece of price action, inefficient piece of price action. So I can still come and streamline my area of interest to this area right here. Now I'm fulfilled because this is a demand zone right here. Okay, so price has to come back into this demand zone before we go up. Now, why do I believe we can still go up more on gold? Simple. Remember we said we are watching this area on the monthly time frame. We are watching, see the big area here that we are watching on the monthly time frame. See how we've been able to streamline it on the what's it called, on the on the daily time frame. We've been able to make it smaller on the daily time frame, so we can be more precise with whatever we'll be doing in the financial markets. Now, back to the daily time frame. I said, why do we think we can still go long on gold after the sell happens? Okay, after the sell happens, we can still go long on gold because of what? This is sponsorship in price, right here. This is clean highs, double tops, like everybody will call it. Okay, there's double top right here, and double top is sponsorship in price, clean price. That's how I just understand my own piece of price action. Okay, it's nothing fancy, but I expect gold selling first before we go higher again. And also, we have sponsorship below here. But why don't I think gold can go below this area? Was previously in price. We had this clean low. We were expecting price to trade and clear the clean low, but it never did. We only had this clean highs right here, and we traded into the clean high. Then we came back for a retest at this mitigation block here. Then we went all the way up. Okay, don't mind the English. It's simply impulse and correction. Impulse and correction, impulse, and so I expect the same thing, impulse then correction. That's what I expect on this daily time frame. Now I'll now go to the 4-hour time frame to frame a setup on the 4-hour time frame. So I was in gold sell yesterday. Like I said, I was in gold sell yesterday. I just went out this morning because my take profit was here. I went out this morning, and I'll explain it to everybody again also. On the 4-hour time frame, what do we have on the 4-hour time frame? Okay, we can see that at every single time, price action was bullish. We took out this previous high. Okay, we took out that previous high. Then look at what we had here. We had the stop purge right here. Okay, stop purge right here, right there. Because people sold at that area previously, and we pushed it, then we came down. Then when we came down, I got my entry at this rate test right here. Now, when we came down to this source right here. This one right here. Sorry, when we came up actually. Trying to make it very, very perfect. I see we tested it and we came down. So we are going to the 1-hour time frame now to go and finalize all the thoughts we've seen on chat. Now, on the 1-hour time frame, what do we have? Very simple. If we look at this piece of price action to this stop right here, we want to have a short-term sell target for gold. Now, the short-term sell target for gold will be what? It will be here. First, we'll say this is a break in market structure. I've explained break in market structure multiple times on the webinars. I'll do well to explain break in market structure again, but I'll do that on a whiteboard. Trying to get a line drawn on the charts, but I can't really get a line drawn on the charts. That's not the line I want. I'm sorry, let me just move to the page down. Okay, great. Yeah, so I said this is not the line I want. And delete that. And also, let's mark out what I really want to see on price. Okay, so this is, I don't know why it keeps happening. Okay, let's see. Wow. Okay, yes, found it. Now I said this is a break in previous market structure. This was a lower high. This was a lower low. This was a lower high. This was a lower low. If price trades through previous lower high, it means market structure has broken and it is now in an uptrend. That's just the meaning of break in market structure. if I make the screen background white right now, okay, I will lose all the drawings. Okay, so in the next pair I'll be analyzing, I'll make it white. Okay, I'm very, very sorry about that. Okay, I'm very, but let's just continue with this black. In the next pair I'll be analyzing, I'll make it white so we can all see it clearly. So we have a break in market structure. We have a trend line right here, a supporting trend line, which I don't consider as a supporting trend. I just consider it as phantom trend line. Okay, I consider this as a phantom trend line where I know that surely and surely it will not hold. Okay, it won't hold price any longer, so I can just mark that out as my first area of interest. And looking at this area, this area of interest for short-term buy right here. So I'll be looking to capitalize on it also. Actually, great. Now, yesterday I watched this area as an area I'll be looking for as an area of interest where I'll be taking my first profits if I were to be selling now. Okay, but I can't sell gold now. It already left me. This was where my first take profit was. Yeah, I'll show you guys right here. When I went short on gold yesterday, the take profit just hit this morning actually, safe. Then that was the first area which has happened already. I'm not interested in selling. I'm not greedy. I know it will get to this area, fine, but I'm not that greedy. Making 10% of your trading account is good actually. So I saw this mini break in market structure. That was the mini break in market structure. Then the mini break in market structure actually gave me an idea of where we are likely to head to on gold. Okay, so when I saw that mini break in market structure, I knew price was coming back up. Okay, coming back up not to test this area, but to test this area right here. This was where my entry was. That area, so I was in a little bit of drawdown before it went down. My stop loss was actually up above here, but we still see gold selling further actually to this area right here. So this is the first area that you can take profit from. If you want to sell right now, you can sell, take profit here, here, and here, then here, then before we reverse off this level and continue going upward. That is not a financial advice though. Okay, it's not a financial advice, but that's just the logic of how I feel or how I think gold will move. Okay, so now that we understand gold will be weak, okay, we've understood gold is weak, gold will be weak. We know that dollar will be strong. Okay, although we don't have DXY as a pair on what's it called on on MT4, but we have DXY as a pair on cloud trade. Okay, we have DXY as a pair on cloud trade. And knowing that we have DXY as a pair on cloud trade, I really don't want to go to cloud trade to start analyzing. We've been using MT4, so let's just continue. But just keep in mind that gold is bearish and dollar is bullish. Okay. Now knowing that gold is bearish and dollar, let's check GBP. Sorry, GBP USD. I mean GBP USD sell right now. Okay, right now. I mean GBP USD sell right now. I got my entry right here. Let me show you. Let me check my phone, please. Okay, a minute. Let me just check 1 hour time frame. Where did I get my entry from? Okay, let's pick a 2 right here and change the value. Okay, let's use right. I think it's somewhere around here. Let's check. I want to check. Let me confirm. Let me type in the real price I have right here. Okay, 1.41915. Okay. Okay, yes, that's where I got my entry from at this week right here. This is where I got my entry from. So knowing that DXY with GBP USD will fall further actually sharp. Now let me tell you why I'm selling GBP USD. Let's look at GBP USD from the monthly time frame again. Okay, from the monthly time frame. Now, you don't have to always look at it from the monthly time frame. When you don't see anything on the monthly time frame, don't force it. Okay, don't try to force it if you don't see anything on the monthly time frame. Okay, now on the monthly time frame, there's a lot of things on the monthly time frame, but I don't want to bore anybody with my stories. Okay, let's just go to the weekly time frame. My TP for GBP/USD. Let me check my phone, please. Let me confirm that for you. My TP is, sorry, a minute. Chart. Blah blah blah. My TP is a minute. GBP. Oh, okay. I have the TP for my pending order. It didn't activate my pending order, so let me just give you the TP for it. 1.39498. Okay, 1.39498. Yeah, I'm selling the pullback exactly. GBP/USD is bullish, full time bullish, okay, because dollar is bearish. Major like higher time frame premises, okay, but short term dollar is bullish, gold is bearish, okay. That's just the logic. My take profit chicks is it's 1.39498, okay, 1.39498, okay. Now GBP/USD just started selling. You can capitalize on it, okay. It's not a financial advice, but I'm just giving you what if I were to be the one and someone shows me this thing and it is free. That's what I'll be doing. Actually, I'll just go and sell immediately. So on the weekly time, on the daily time frame also, sorry, on the weekly time frame also, there's a lot of things, but I'm not willing to bore anybody with the story. But let's just start from here. This is an area of interest, a PUI right here, or an order block as you call it. Then we can go to the daily time frame. I know that there's an order block here. One trading setup that might happen on this time frame is one shot, one Q. Okay. Those that trade institutional method, you understand the meaning of one shot, one Q. Price retraces here, hits it, and start going up. That's one shot, one Q. You have to wait for time though. Price and time has to align together for you to be able to trade one shot, one Q. So back to the daily time frame. Let's break GBP/USD down on the daily time frame. I've been sneezing a lot lately. Okay. Okay, sorry for the mute. Okay, yes, let's see GBP/USD from the daily time frame. Now, GBP/USD from the daily time frame. Why do I feel comfortable selling GBP/USD? Simple stuff, okay, simple logic. Now, the idea is we have to trade above this high. Okay, this is a previous high, a previous quarterly high. This is the high for February. Okay, this is a quarterly high right here. And now, why do I want to trade a sell on G, or why am I selling GBP/USD? That's the logic. I'm selling GBP/USD because of this inefficiency here. Okay, inefficiency in price here. So this is my first. This is where I'll stop selling. Like if price gets to this blue box, I'll stop selling GBP/USD. That's the first thing I want to know. So it means I have take profit here. I have two take profits actually now. I have take profits here. I have take profits here. So it's very, very realistic that price can actually trade to these levels. Very, very realistic price can trade to these levels. Okay. Very, very realistic price can sell to this level. So this, like with the lot size I'm using, I think that's like around $5 profit. Okay. I'm not trying to make anybody feel bad if they are not making. So let's just say $5 profit with the lot size I'm using. Well, it's not $5 though, but let's just say $5 profit with the lot size I'm using. Now, knowing that this is we have to trade back lower first. That's the logic. We have to trade back lower first before we go this higher. Let's look at this piece of price action that went up. You want to understand price, okay? It's price you want to understand. You don't just want to hit the buy and sell, but fine. If you know where price is going to, just by looking at it, you can hit the buy and sell button anytime. You have my assurance on that. But first, you want to understand price itself. And now, let's look at price right here. What do price really do at this area? This is a clean bottom right here. So liquidity is sitting below here. But I don't think we can ever come back here for now. Possibly when dollar gets very, very strong, we can come back here. But for now, I don't think we can come back here. But anything can happen. It's the financial market. So this is breaking market structure, right? This is clean highs on the left.
Okay. Okay. We'll discuss what I'm
This is, I'm trying to make it perfect actually. This clean highs on the left, and let's see if price pushed it here. Okay, it's still clean highs, so we can drag it back into this area. And what happened is we had a stop hunt or stop purge right here. That is stop purge right there. Then we continued by breaking market structure higher. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
We continued by breaking market
Yes.
structure.
You're coming in the previous video. Yes. I think I went to maybe like 2-3
Okay,
days ago
so
when we did the.
great. Now from that, where's my confirmed? Like the confirmed break for me already happened on the lower time frame. You know, I always try to get precise entries actually. I always try to get, so once I see BMS breaking market structure on lower time frame, I try as well to relate it to higher time frame. Okay, so that's just my own logic. And yeah, we have something quite interesting right here. Trying to get the right thing drawn here, but I don't know what's wrong. Just pull it into price actually. Okay, we had another breaking market structure to the upside there. Trying to draw these things perfectly. Okay, great. Now that we understand we had another breaking market structure to the upside, now let's look at this clustered piece of price action, the clustered one to be precise. Now this was a high and this is a new high. That was generally a stop purge. Okay, a stop purge right there. So see how price purged that stop, then came all the way down. Now we can now go to the 4-hour time frame. Now everything I'm doing on this chart is to actually show you how you can relate time frames together and be profitable. Okay, you can relate time frames together and be profitable. So I can streamline that's my daily order block or daily POI to this area right here. This is that stop purge that happened. And yes, we can now look at it properly. Yeah, GBP USD. Now, where did I confirm a break in market structure? I'll show you where I confirmed the break in market structure now. This is where I confirmed the break in market structure. Look at this. High, low, higher, low. Still in the same range. So I can't really say. Then what? Higher high, because it's the same level. Higher high, higher high, higher high. This is the divergence right here. We had the higher low, then higher high. Now this is where I got my break in market structure from. Right there. So that's why I confirmed my break in market structure. So that's why I really confirmed it. Chicks, can you see it now? That's why I confirmed my BMS from. Okay, that's the first break because it purged stops, like price went through it, but even though it didn't close below, and this is why I took an entry. Okay, the breaker right there, mitigation, it came back to mitigate. We expect it to now trade lower. So why am I not checking the 1-hour time frame? It is going to actually cluster price too much for me, so I'll just keep it at this. So I swing trade mostly. That's why I use monthly to. It's more comfortable for me. You know, I'm at work. I can't be on the charts always, even though I'm a financial analyst. I have other things to do, and that is why I actually can't be in price always. Okay, it can't be on the charts always. So if I had come down to the 1-hour time frame, I would have streamlined my entry right here. Although I didn't place a limit order, this is where my limit order is. I'll show you where my limit order is. My limit order is here actually. Sorry about that. This is where my limit order is actually, right here. So I still have a limit order here, though I didn't take away the limit order until price breaks this old low right here and trades downward properly. Okay, like I see price close below this low and this low. That's when I remove my limit order because there's a tendency price can still trade there. So on the 1 hour time frame, I have a pending order at, I'll call the price for everybody so everybody can, either you want to place a pending order to in case you get there. I have a pending order at 1 point. Let me just use this. The sell limit pending order at 1.2. Okay, let me edit it properly. It's not allowing me edit. Okay, let me give you the value I have on my phone actually. 191. Okay. So that's where my pending order is actually. Okay, I don't know why my pending order is here though. I think it's the markup for the MT4, but that's where my pending order is at the moment. Okay. In between them, because I am looking at this 1 hour order block also. I'm looking at this 1 hour order block also. Okay, I'm looking at this one also. So if price doesn't react in the 4 hour one, it will react on the 1 hour one, and see right there. It's in alignment with the 1 hour one. So any of this area, price must react in one of these three areas. Sorry about that. Price must react in one of these three areas. So I think that's one thing to capitalize on. Okay, that's one of the major things to capitalize on. GBP USD, it's GBP USD, sir. So far, do you have any questions at all? Do you see how easy I've been able to relate higher time frames to lower time frames, and it's all aligning perfectly? Like my reasons, remember I said GBP USD is long, but I've seen a reason to sell that, and the reason is actually very good. That's why I sold. Do we all get? Do we all understand? If yes, please drop something in the chat box. If no, don't worry. I promise you guys I'll be sending a PDF right after the call. So any questions at all? Any questions at all? Should we check ERUSD also? Yes, it is. It is. Okay, it is. SMC is very, very golden. Golden. Very, very golden. Like, it's funny how you get that satisfaction of knowing where price is going to. You can call price definitely. And that's the joy of trading. Like sometimes I don't trade all the time, okay? I swing mostly, so I don't trade all the time. But looking at other asset classes that are not under my own asset class, but still being able to see this is where it's going to. Like calling the figures or giving a range of figures is going to. It's very, very golden. Very, very golden. And that's the thing. Fine, it's good to trade always. It's good to trade always if you want to do it. But to me, I'm more conservative, and you can call it on, you can use SMC on any concept. You can use retail metrics also on any concept. You can use it on Bitcoin. You can use it on anything at all. Anything at all. And that's just the joy that comes with it. Like I remembered over the weekend, last weekend, I was at an event and a friend of mine hosted the event actually. He's a financial analyst also here in Lagos, Nigeria. And he's a crypto trader. Okay, so the crypto event to be precise. And I was called onto the podium to break down Bitcoin from the initiation to current market price. And like talking about SMC, that's the way I trade, which is smart money concepts or retail metrics. Let's put it that way. Talking about SMC and the way people were just looking, how did you know this will happen? How did you know this will happen? Like it's funny. I'm not trying to brag or say I'm better than whoever you're learning from, but I called BTC at 40K. Okay. I think let me go to the daily time frame. I called BTC before the event, actually, before the event. I called BTC at 40K. I think I'm coming. Let me confirm that. I know it was 40K region, 40K or 45K. I can't really remember. I think it's 45K. Yes, it's 45K. Right here. I call Bitcoin right here at this area right here. Well, I used Binance though, so I don't know why it doesn't align. But I called Bitcoin at 45K right here and called it into this area here before it came all the way down. I called it the sell also. I'm not calling anything right now because of I don't see clear price action here. This is just like one choppy piece of price action. No structure. Just like a symmetrical triangle. But I'm not really interested in that. I still see Bitcoin coming to 20K though, not with financial advice. Okay, not with financial, but Bitcoin might get to 20K very, very soon. And yeah, I understand. That's why I promised to send in a PDF. You've got nothing to worry about. So let me change my chart to a white color, like you asked. So let's do the white color on this time. Everybody can see my charts now, right? Everybody can see my charts now, right? If you can see my chart clearly, just let me know, please. Okay, great. So we should analyze ERUSD. Okay. Now it's very simple. The logic is when you have a bias on USD itself. Okay. When you have a bias on USD dollar, and you've known where GBP USD is going to, you can easily know where what's it called. You can easily know where ERUSD is going to. Also, it's very simple. The same logic. If we check from the monthly time frame too. Okay, ERUSD hits an odd block on the monthly time frame. That's resistance on the monthly time frame. Okay, let me change that to black. Black. Okay, it hits resistance or order block on the monthly time frame, and we still see it within that order block. And if we check properly, that order block is where price currently at is MTH. That's the mean threshold. Okay, mean threshold of price. So price actually in the middle of that order block, mean threshold. That means it's still bearish for now. On the weekly time frame now, if we streamline the order block like I used to, see how price reacted to it. Precision, that's precision. Like price just going into it and rejecting from the mean threshold. That's precision when you trade, like being precise with price. So ERUSD, we want to understand why it's falling. Okay, why we should see it fall. Now, on the long run, I can see possibly USD can gain crazy strength from anywhere, like from anywhere at all, and just sell major for a few couple of months to feel this inefficient price action, right? But I don't see it happening now because DXY is still bearish. Okay, that's dollar is still bearish. But back to the daily time frame, I can delete all the things I drew previously. And now, okay, so now I want to understand why I'm selling what's it called? ERUSD. Okay. Now selling ERUSD is, let's see. Okay. Price got to that order block there, okay, and tested it and rejected. Okay. Now that's the first thing. That's the first thing. Like the same thing, if we break down ERUSD, it's the same thing we have on GBPSD. We have see right here. Okay. Now break a market structure. Anybody who doesn't understand break a market structure should pay attention now. You understand it now. Now this is a downtrend. Okay. Low, sorry, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. I'll still take this as within this range. Then this is now a major lower high because it never broke this previous high, this major high. Then all came the way down. Lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Still within this range. still within this range. I can't consider that. Then lower low, lower high, lower low. Now look at this small lower high right here. It is in March 2020. Let's go back to the 4-hour time frame. I'll prove that point to you. Okay. Now, proving that point is very, very easy. I can't. Okay, great. Now, see right here. I said it was a previous lower high right here. And look at what happened. Price broke through it, tested it, and went away. Now, this is break of market structure. Once price has broken, closed above it, retested, and went away. That's price went up, mitigated, went away. That's like confirmation breaking market structure. That is all what breaking market structure is all about. Like being able to break a significant area of structure, close and trade above it. Close and trade above it. Being able to close and trade above it. That's breaking market structure. Like sweet stuff. Very, very sweet and golden. Now, we had clean highs right here. We knew we were coming for this clean highs. Like we knew we were coming for this clean highs. Then we went all the way. We took this one also. Then now we have this one left to take. We understand we are still bullish on ERUSD. Okay, let's not forget that on the monthly time frame we are still bullish. Like we still have to go up because there is sponsorship here. We still have to go up on ERUSD, but we just want to capitalize. We are not like the big banks that trade. Okay, we want to capitalize on small term move and follow wherever they are going, where these guys are going. So now, knowing that, or knowing all of that, look at this right here. Now, the same thing on GBP USD. We broke this high and went higher. Okay, we broke this high and went higher. Right there. And look at the same thing we had on right here. Okay, you see now we had our stop hunt, the same stop hunt, we had it here. And what? Inefficient price action, inefficient price action. Then where is the order block that we'll be looking at? Does it fall into price? Okay, it falls into price, so I might not be considering that because price has tested that one also. Okay, there's still inefficient price action. Yeah, but I'm not considered. I'm not concerned about that actually. I'm concerned about the short-term order block, which is this one. So you might see price trade lower into this low. That's first take profit, and this low, second take profit right there. Then what do we have to do? We have to go down to the 4-hour time frame now. On the 4-hour time frame, look at what happened. Look at this sweet piece of price action. Just take a look at it. Like very, very precise. Look at what happened to this order block. Price came back and what? Mitigated its positions right there. And you see how sweet that is. And if we take a look at it, you will see that it is a main threshold, okay? A main area of price, like where price had to just go to, like it was an area where price had to just go to and went all the way down. Okay, I can delete that. Wow, I deleted the other block too. Okay. Now, look at what price now did today. Price went up, tested this, what, this small order block here. I want to do something right there. Okay, yes, great. You see, with this bullish candle, we went up, tested it, and we came down. Now, look at what happened today. Okay, look at what happened today. Look at this order block right here. This is what happened, just this current bullish candle. Look at how it is closing bearish. Like I would have aped into EURUSD sell, but I'm not interested in, like, see how sweet this is. See, like if you got your entry here, you'll be in zero pip drawdown. That's the first thing, like 0 pip drawdown. First thing first, 0 pip drawdown. You would have been in how many pips profit right now? Let's see. sweet 20 pips, like sweet 20 pip profit, 20 pips just by getting, no, 30 pips, 30 pips profit just by getting precise. And remember, you are still going, yeah. You are still going, yeah. You are still going, yeah. Short-term target, right here. If you are somebody that likes, that's somebody that likes, I don't know how to clone this thing. How do they clone this thing? Okay. I think there's a way of cloning these things, like the way they clone it on the apps or something. Or let me just draw another one right there. Okay, let me just draw another one right there. I want to show everybody something actually. Okay, okay, one. One. That's two right there. This is three. I just want to show everybody something on how easy these things get, like how easy it gets. I think this should be it. Now let's see. Is this okay? Let's just take it the way it is. Now, what I just showed everybody is delete. Is the R, the risk to reward ratio. You would have risked, see, you'd have risked one right here to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You'd have made sweet 5% of your trading account. Some people even make 100% or 500% of their trading accounts with just this one single move. And that's how trading gets easy. When you understand these little things, I'll share the PDF with everybody in a few minutes. Once the webinar ends, like 5 sweet hour, 5 hours, just doing nothing. That's how you make money. That's how you capitalize and grow your trading account. That's how you do it. So you see, we ended up at the same bias as GBPUSD. Sell the same bias as GBPUSD. Although you see GBPUSD will so move. Although GBPUSD also acts crazy a lot of time, but selling ERUSD also is not bad. But I can't eat things, so I will have to go to like the 15 minutes or the 5 minutes time frame and look for my own possible entry, because it already left me again. Like this is another entry right here. I can go short on my mobile phone right now. Okay. ERUSD. Wow. Okay. Just one short on my own phone right now. ERUSD short. Okay, great. Now, my stop loss would actually be here. Be at a little pip above 1 point, like somewhere around here. That's what my stop loss will be. I'll check the price of that and write it down on my phone right now. Okay. Parameters. Let me just get the value to myself. But I won't be wasting much time in the trade because it already left me. So I think that's no reason for me to. I already entered. And okay, great. Already in profits. Okay, yeah, great. Now, someone asked the question. Let me see. What question is that? Prof, what's my anticipation on NFP tomorrow? For me, I feel it will be positive due to exactly, yeah. I'm bullish on NFP tomorrow. Like I think it will create high of the week for next week. That's what I think. That's what I think. It will create high of the week next week. High of the week next week. And can you see my screen now, Deepo? Please, I'm very, very sorry about the screen. Very, very sorry. You want to see my face? Not at all. You can't. You can't at all. Okay, you can't. If that's what you want, you can't see my face at all. Okay. So the logic is to just understand how price is structured, how it's delivered, and all. So yeah, it's because I'm not moving the screen. Can you see me moving the screen right now? Can you see me moving the screen? because I'm not moving the screen. I've been moving the screen since. Sorry about that. Wow. At your end, do you mind logging out of the meeting and logging in again? So, like I said, Kelechi, I see like the headline for tomorrow will be USD goes bullish. Okay, I see a strong USD tomorrow for NFP. A strong USD tomorrow for NFP. I'm very sorry about that, guys. Excuse me. So that will bring us to the end of today's webinar. I'll send the PDF once I'm done. Immediately I upload the video to YouTube channel. You can go and watch it. See, it's not about coming to my webinars. Okay, we'll have that discussion again. It's not about coming to my webinars every single time. It's about going back, seeing these things I've talked about, practicing them, going back to the webinar videos, watching them over and over, inviting your friends to the webinar, inviting your friends to come and join us at EGM. Because this type of education, you won't get it anywhere at all. Okay, anywhere at all. Chooks and Kelechi said it multiple times. A lot of people said it also. You won't get this type of education anywhere. No brand takes 1 hour or 2 hours to teach you. The least they do is 15 minutes, 30 minutes. I still even take out time myself to do one-on-one webinars with you, with clients that fund, and that's the joy of it. Okay, that's the joy of it. Yeah, ERUSD short, GBPUSD short also. So that brings us to the end of the webinar. In all honesty, I'm glad everybody were able to join us. We were able to have a lot of crowd on call, and the fact that we understood the concept behind how we got this sell on what's it called? On XAU USD, that's gold, ERUSD and GBP USD, and also the fact that I'll be sending in the PDF after the call. That's great. And just good luck and good trading. Okay, just it's a process. You never rush it. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Good luck and good trading.